The paragraph in the center of the page of deed shown states, the above described property is sold under provisions of Purdon's Statute, Title 24, Section 7 to 707. This deed is subject to the conditions in Section 7 to 707 Number 8 that if the property and buildings conveyed herein are no longer being used for municipal or community purposes, the land and buildings shall revert to the grantor school district by virtue of this indenture.
961 Dead-end property. Vision Press Production. On May 11, 2023, at 10:49 and 55 seconds a.m., Vision Press Production acquired an official certified copies of the deeds for control numbers 0050448449 and 0050444848, known respectively as School Building and School Playground. According to deed filed August 27, 1940, School Playground Control Number 0050444848 by Clearfield County, the deed continues to be in the Glendale School District by virtue of the named owners. All property named in the school district were vested in Glendale School District by the borough. The copies of the two deeds were certified by the Office of Register of Deeds and Recorders. The fact revealed was Coalport Borough does not outright own the building and property because the deeds contain a reversion clause. What does that mean? Coalport Borough will never be able to sell the property and building must be returned to the Glendale School District. So, if the borough wants to sell the building after putting large sums of money to restore and maintenance the building, the borough will lose all the money invested. Non-lawyer Nardelli states this is not true. Listen to his statement of May 8, 2023 in a non-council meeting due to lack of proper number of councillors, in other words, no quorum for a council meeting.
I think the only thing you guys don't have, because I'm actually going to take it off, I got a couple things to get done this evening. The only thing you don't have is information about ADT security. The only thing is that with that, you guys discuss it. ADT security can come up. They'll walk around. They'll give us a bid on the ability of her just having maybe one camera outside to see who's there, that the ability to buzz them in. I think what's going to happen is if we do that, we don't necessarily have to have them monitoring. You know, like we went down to VFW, looked at their system. They have a whole complete system, lots of cameras and fingerprinting and all that stuff. You know, like as soon as somebody touches it, it takes their. We don't need all that. But for her to see who it is, people come into the borough, she can buzz them in. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to put a new door on.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind.
With a different frame but they'll wire everything. They'll put one camera with a monitor right there. That's right. I think that's all that we need, to be honest with you. The whole building doesn't need cameras. I mean, you know, because you get into that, you get into the far end. Yeah. That's a lot of money. But they'll come up and we tell him what we want. He'll give us a bid. But everything else, I think, if somebody shows up, you guys have the truck, the mower, the furnace. The bid is good. He emailed me today. His bid's good till May 11th. I told him I would get back to him from across.
Did you give her a copy of it, or?
She has it.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have a copy of it in there, but I really believe it. I think it's worth looking at.
Well, I agree.
Whatever we need to do.
With what cost of coal and
payroll.
The hours that you got, you have to fire that thing.
You got to fire it. And also too, what I wanted her to do, which I didn't have a chance to, but from October till May, take a look at the electric bill for this building. Because not only are those pumps running 24/7, because it's inefficient, they're running space heaters. They got 3 they run in the senior center, and there's 2 in the nursery. So they're just burning through electricity, those heaters do. And those, and listen, we got off easy this year. It wasn't bad. It was not a bad winter. But, I mentioned to
Who pays for the electricity?
Borough. Pretty sure the borough does.
And you're right, Bert does own this building.
Yeah. So the other thing I mentioned to Mary Sue was the fact that the building is ours, the opportunity to borrow the money, put the heating system in, and then she can pursue a grant to get some grant money. And also, we were up on the roof a couple weeks ago. We've got some soft spots, some sags, you know, that are getting soft.
You
And
can only do so much at a time.
well, I know, but according to Mary Sue, there's grant money available under historic schools that will allow us to get the money, and I guess it's out there because this is considered a historic school and building.
It's still owned by the school.
No, it isn't.
No, it's actually owned by the borough.
When did that happen?
I don't know, but I checked it. I thought so too. I thought the school owned it. They do not own it. It's,
Well, no, they have a reverter clause in it.
The only thing to
if
that
the
is,
bird decides to sell it, they have to make the first offer to the Glendale School.
yes, for $1.
That's the only part
Yes.
that's connected with Glendale School.
But the borough owns
The borough
the building.
owns this
So
building.
we could do that and then pursue a grant, so we're not under time.
But I thought, Glendale, I thought the school owned this and we was just leasing it.
The former president and I went up to get that release out of the deed, and they wouldn't do it.
I'll see you later. Rick, I'll see you, Jerry.
But that was,
Mary Sue?
I was told that was the reason that if we would decide to sell it, the school would get first, be notified and gets first chance on it.
Appears non-lawyer Counselor Nart Ellie has not looked at the deed of record for control number 0050444849. The 961 Forest Street School building cannot be sold by Coalport Borough. Coalport Borough must return the building to the school district when finished using the building and two properties without being compensated for any improvements made to the 961 Forest Street School building. At this point in the history of the 961 Forest Street School building, knowing the multiple repairs needed for the building, Council should give the building back to the Glendale School District. Or Coalport Borough could turn the building over to the remaining entities in the building, the Community Library, Coal Museum, and the Elderly Recreational or Elderly Community Group who pay nothing for the use of the building. It has been alleged the nursery school is moving out of the building due to safety matters. The nursery school was the only entity who pays a minimal amount of rent for their section in the school building at 961 Forest Street. According to the borough worker on May 8, 2023, at a non-council meeting, the elderly community residents ran 3 electric heaters last winter. Borough workers stated the borough taxpayers paid the electric bill for the usage of 3 electric heaters. For what reason should council continue to feed a dead horse? Time to let go of the 961 Forest Street School property to invest in a new borough building for the taxpayers. If the Borough Council is thinking about investing $140,000 into a new heating system, why not invest in a heating system for a new building? A building with 3 vehicle bays with overhead doors and an office for the Borough of Coalport. There will be funding for a new borough building. Let the school district fund the 961 Forest Street building if they desire. Coalport Borough will not be compensated for items invested in the building at 961 Forest Street, known as the Glendale School District School Building. Putting money into the 961 Forest Street School building would be a large waste of funds with no way to recover the funds if the Borough of Coalport wants to return the building to the Glendale School District. Will the Borough of Coalport give the Glendale School District a notice of vacating the building and legal release of responsibility to the school district? Respectfully, Vision Press Production.